This is Matrixlord 212, and I'm talking about a massive idea that I had concerning Omega. Now, we know from Doctor Who that Omega created time travel by exploding a sun, making it go supernova and harnessing the energy to create time travel. Now, he trapped himself inside the antimatter universe, and from this event, Time Lords were giving the power to create TARDISes and time travel. What if Omega is part of, like he's trying to do something else, and maybe he is behind exploding the TARDIS? Now, if you explode a TARDIS, what would happen? Would you open up a door to a parallel universe? What I think is happening here is I think that the Doctor is hopping back and forth between two parallel universes. I think that, you know, a big key to this is Father's Day. If you go back and you watch Father's Day, you will see that Rose Tyler prevents her father from dying, thereby changing time. And because of that, the TARDIS kept glowing. The key kept glowing, meaning that the TARDIS was trying to adjust itself to this new reality. Well, same thing happened in the 11th hour. For some reason, the TARDIS was glowing. It was trying to adjust to this new reality. It rebuilt itself around this reality and created a new sonic screwdriver. I think that what's happening is, even in evidence of the black spot, Curse of the Black Spot, the Doctor states that he could be hopping back and forth in alternate realities, alternate dimensions. He wouldn't even know it. So I think what happened is that we're dealing with 2 or 3 different realities. The one reality where he visits Amelia Pond. The other reality where he visits Amy Pond. Now, here's the thing that's really catchy. If you remember the 11th hour, he did go back and visit Amelia. I don't know if this created a timeline, like a new timeline, but also keep in mind that the Amelia he knew did not have parents. And then when he changed reality, like when he tried to fix the exploding TARDIS with the Pandorica and create a Big Bang, he basically created a new reality where she had her parents again. So there you're dealing with 2 different timelines. The third timeline would be the one from the Wedding of River Song. Now, I made a video about this a while ago, but you really have to pay attention to this because this is very important. Okay, we are dealing with, I think what's going to happen is, in order for the reality to be restored, for whatever reason, whether it be because of Omega, and keep in mind, in the first episode, 11th hour, they state, what did they state? They said, cracks and oh my God, what was the line that the Prisoner Zero said? Pandorica open sounds will fall. Oh my God, why can't I think of it now? This just screws up the whole video. There's cracks in the skins of the universe. Pandorica will open. The universe is cracked. The Pandorica will open, and silence will fall. Well, this basically states season 5 and 6. Now, also at the end of series 6, we have, they say the fall of the 11th. So, now, what is the fall of the 11th? Well, fall of the 11th is probably the beginning of series 7. By him losing Amy and Rory, it's the beginning of the fall of the 11th. About the silence. Now, here's the thing. Are the silence, are they one entity? Are they one mind? Controlled by Omega, because they seem like, that they were genetically, they're not a species, so they were created. So I'm thinking that Omega created them. Now, it could be, it doesn't have to be Omega. It could be the Church of Saxon. It could be the Master. I mean, there's so many different possibilities. I mean, we're trying to figure out, but there's definitely something fishy about series 5, 6, and 7. They keep mentioning fish every episode. I think that it's going to turn out that the universe that we know from series 5, 6, and 7 was an alternate universe, and that the Doctor has to restore it. I think that's what's going to happen, unfortunately, which would mean that that's the end of Amy and Rory, and River is a complicated space-time event, so maybe she is prevented from being born, but yet she still exists. I don't know. It's very, very tricky. But I wonder if the title "The Silence in the Library" has any clue or connection to the actual silence, because in that episode we see Dr. Moon making Donna Noble forget, just like the silence do. So, and also the Day of the Moon is the second episode of Series 7. I'm wondering if that holographic projection character computer program of Dr. Moon created the silence or something, and if it's connected to the library. So, we have to figure this out. But I'm really believing now that the universe was this is a brand new universe. Also, keep in mind too, the beginning, the Big Ben is there. Did it really take a couple years to fix the Big Ben? Completely new. He didn't like apples. In that universe, but then in the God complex, he's eating apples, so it has nothing to do with the regeneration. Could it be that all the food was synthesized and created because the silence created this universe because they don't know what food tastes like, and the only thing that they know food is fish because they were hunting the fish from Vampires in Venice. That was from their universe, I guess. So this is what I'm talking about. The Vampires in Venice fish were from the Silence universe. So maybe in that universe there's only fish. There's no turkey, there's no ducks, there's no nothing but fish. So I think that's what they eat, the Silence is fish. When the universe is like the God complex, the doctor's eating apples. So it had nothing to do with his regeneration. And the only thing, maybe the whole thing was a simulation for him purposely to meet Amelia Pond. That's what I'm thinking about because, there's not even a mention of God. It's Santa. And, we always seen in the Christmas episodes, the Santa that were, working for somebody was like the robot Santas and stuff like that. So I'm thinking, that this whole meeting of Amelia Pond was synthesized, that he was meant to meet her, so that way, through his intervention and adventures, River Song was created. I think that River Song was created for a much bigger purpose other than killing the Doctor. There's something else that I'm missing. The red balloons, the red pinwheel, the red outfit by Amelia Pond, the red flashlight, the bird tweets, the fish, the star whale in Beast Below, the mention that the moment that the Doctor kills someone rather than heals someone, he's not a Doctor anymore. He's possibly the Valyard. So the Dream Lord. The bird tweets again, like in 11th Hour, when the Doctor wakes up, there's bird tweets louder than anything. In Amy's Choice, the bird tweets signified the dream world. In The Three Doctors, the bird tweets signified the coming of Omega. So, there's so much. A universe where Rory's human, a universe where Rory's plastic, a universe where Rory is something else. I don't know. Rory keeps dying. Is Rory Williams the child of the Master and Lucy Saxon? Is Rory Williams not meant to be, and that's why he keeps dying? The 1990s name badge. Is he reliving his life and over again because he keeps talking in the past tense at the end of God Complex? So, Madame Corvarian, who is she working for? The Church of Saxon, the Church of Omega, the Omega symbols. I mean, there is so much going on. Could it be that, at the end of time, by the Master going back, if he did go back, he changed the whole fabric of everything, and the Time Lords won the Time War, and they're eradicating the Daleks and the Cybermen from time. Could be that. It could be that the Master is the ruler of Gallifrey now, and that there's going to be a whole, the Gallifrey is lost, but not destroyed. It's lost in fire. It's lost in another reality. It's sideways in time. So many possibilities, but by the simple fact that if the character was the Doctor's mother, that she appeared in the beginning of the end of time, that means that the Time Lords are free and they're alive, because that was an older time lady that probably was the Doctor's mother that Russell T Davies kept alluding to. So she freed herself from the time lock, from the Time War, and so did the Time Lords. Whether the Master saved Gallifrey or if he went somewhere else, obviously it looks like he went back to Gallifrey. He probably saved the day, and he would have knowledge that the Valyard is still on Gallifrey running around, so he probably would have put a stop to that. But, you know, you could go on and on. Even in Victory of the Daleks, you got the post office is closed. You got, it's Paradox City, basically, because Amy doesn't remember the Daleks. Donna Noble didn't remember the Daleks. How could you not remember the Daleks and the Cybermen going to war and taking over everything and killing people and Journey's End and planets, like you see in other planets? How could you not remember that? So even the Cyber King, oversized Cybermen, Cyber King running around destroying houses, something is fishy. Silence, whatever. All right, so that's it. You guys come up with your own theories. Thanks. Bye.